Well, hello there, Dukely here, and today I'm playing Anno 2205. This just came out, well, if I upload this in time, it came out today. So yeah, I'm trying to decide if I just want to show you guys. I think I'll just show you guys my current world here, so you can kind of see what it's like. Yeah, shut up.
That's exactly what's on the agenda right now.
Okay, fine. Just quiet down for a second. So here's the overview map. This game has no multiplayer, by the way. There's no sandbox or anything. This is all there is. You just start the game. It takes you right into this mode. It was kind of weird, and I was very confused. It's Anno, but it's also not Anno. I've played almost all the Anno games. This one is the most different out of all of them. I still like it, but I'm still kind of disappointed that there's like some really... it doesn't feel like Anno, but the production chains and that sort of stuff is still there. I'm not really sure what this does over here. Anyway, this is my... When you start the game, you make a corporation, and it asks, and you have to pick a... God, it's like lagging like a bitch. You have to pick a one of the three zones, which are here, these three zones, and I picked this one to play in. And then you start building up your stuff. That kind of gives you... You can see here I'm on mission 9. It just kind of builds on the previous missions. So it's kind of mission-based. This might be a little bit laggy. Oh, it's not too bad, actually. I noticed there was some video lag, like when it would do cutscenes and like just kind of pan around a bit, which was kind of weird considering my FPS was fine. But anyway, early game still, so maybe they'll patch that or something. So here's my first area, and you can see here you start with this already in place. Here's like your... Remember there's like an arc thing from the last game. This is kind of what that is. It's like, I think I'm building a road or something. Okay, there we go. So this is your global spaceport. I've already built my space elevator, and next I'm working on building my... what am I working on building? My orbital spaceport, which will allow me to go to the moon, basically. So yeah, you start out building houses. There's no restrictive house building thing in this one, and the buildings, like in the previous games, you had casinos and things. There was kind of a circle. So if you remember early SimCity, there was like a circle, right, that you would place. It would cover the houses in the circle. This works more like the new SimCity, where you just place it down and it's connected via the roads. Also, they changed it so that you promote people to the next class manually instead of them just doing it and wasting your resources. And of course, I got some production chains here. This is all really basic stuff. Biopolymers are your basic building materials. They're made from sunflower seeds, I think? Yeah, sunflower farms, and they go to the biopolymer factory. So they're kind of made of like sunflower oil. You can just make like anything, basically, like a replicator. These are food farms, organic rice farms. There's only one faction to choose from in this game, unlike the previous game where there's two factions. Fruit plantations, they make juice. Feldspar and cobalt, they go into making robot assembly halls. We've got wind parks for power. There's also tidal pools for creating power. And salination plants to create bottled water, which people need. There's no other way to get water on the Earth anymore, I guess. The combat in this is kind of strange and different. It works. These worlds, I don't think there can actually be any conflict within these areas. I could be wrong. I've only played about an hour of the game. But if we just back up... Oh yeah, so here's this dam. I've been working to restore this dam. Need to do something here. What's my mission for this? Attach Lee's Cheng sensor drone to your command ship. Follow the drone signal and collect 7 turbulence-causing rock. Bring the objects. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, I don't... Oh. Can I...
Alright. Time to make some improvements.
John Rafferty. So apparently I can upgrade factories using graphite. I'm not really sure how that works. So here's a factory. So this is... Oh, okay, so there's like additional...
Time to make some improvements.
Ah, I see. So what does that do? That's logistics maintenance -2. maintenance modules. So it just lowers the cost of maintenance, lowers cost of workforce and all this other stuff. Well, that's interesting. Oh, very cool. So I didn't know about that till just now, so that's neat. Let's back up to the world map here. I had one mission over here in which I went into to this mission where they basically gave me some ships and I went and attacked with them in kind of like a mission area. So I had my fleet and I was sailing around just attacking stuff. It was like playing a different kind of game for a little bit, like playing an RTS almost. And just using your ship, and at the end you get to upgrade your ships, and apparently you can go back and talk to this guy to manage your fleet and upgrade your military, which I thought was kind of interesting, but at the same time it's kind of got that weird feeling of it's not really Anno because you're just, the combat and stuff is separate. You can see that going between the worlds there's a little bit of loading. It doesn't seem that bad. So here we go in the Arctic area. This is our Arctic spaceport. So this is the second area. So like the first, they give you 3 places to choose from. You can choose one to go to start your industry, and basically I'm here to get materials for my spaceships.
Show unfulfilled demand for specific commodities.
Okay. Do I... low on vitamin drinks. How do I get them here? Maybe I need to optimize your production or build an additional vitamin condenser. Perhaps I need to make more... oh, that's probably for the other area. That's not for here, right? No, it is for here. Vitamin drinks. Christ, I don't know what to do about that. I'm gonna have to figure out how to move stuff.
Test your military tech. My data indicates there's no time like the present.
Okay, right. There's constantly stuff popping up. It's just driving me crazy here. I'm going to build a fishing harbor. So the deal on this one is that, unlike the temperate building area, this one builds more like old school Anno, where you have the circle that acts as... these buildings basically produce heat. So all your industrial buildings produce heat, and you can only place housing within these areas, otherwise it's not warm enough for them to live there. So anyway, we're getting fish, right? They need canned food, so I'm guessing we need to build a cannery. Just there. This is going to need a road, obviously. Get this Arctic Polar Road, it's called. There we go. If I can build another fishery, yeah, let's do that. Build 2 fisheries here. Oh, I don't have enough money? Oh, I see. So this is like completely different than my other area. Well, that's interesting. So yeah, instead of using the biopolymers here, they use, I believe, this foam. Yeah, metal foam. So they basically take the aluminum and make it into a foam and use that to build stuff with. Doesn't seem real safe. Geothermal turbines. Requires mountain building site. Guessing that's for electricity. Yeah, another thing is that you can only build in certain places. So it does have the benefit of, like, when you put this down, it does create this cool-looking area, but at the same time, I don't know. I guess that was like that in the previous one, too, wasn't it? You could only build in certain spots. I don't know why I'm complaining about it, then. It does look neat. Like, look at that thing. What the fuck is that? It's like a big spider with a bunch of drills on it. It's absolutely insane. And the game looks very nice, too. I only get a little stuttering occasionally. There's somebody there with a mission. What's this? A channel checkpoint. So all these... that person, I can probably get that checkpoint running by doing the mission from this person. I'm just not going to do it right now. I think you're also racing against other corporations, but it's hard to tell because there doesn't seem to be any way to track them, as far as I can tell. So I'm just going to try to put some more housing in here. God, I'm so bad at putting housing in these circle things. I was really bad at it in the last Anno as well. Here we go. I need to attract 50 people, so I'm just going to kind of dot the houses in here. This gives you more of a different looking area because you have to kind of just dot the houses around. So if I do that, I can probably fit... Can I do that? Yep, okay. There and maybe there. I'll just put a road in.
growing at a steady pace.
Like that.
The staff requirements for your spaceport's shipping docks should be met by now.
What's the problem here? Oh, he's outside of the heat area. Shit. Well, I'm sorry then. I'm just gonna have to knock it down.
In world-shaking decisions, you know.
The Global Union Space Station. Okay, so that must be like the council thing from the last game. So we've done that. Start to upgrade your spaceport in Aiki floors with icebreaker docks. Okay. So we'll do this, and this will change. Ooh.
Earth barely healed wound. Let's see what happens when I braid it.
Warning. Climate stabilizer network producing weather anomalies. External manipulation detected.
System's not responding. Stabilization values approaching critical level. They have the whole climate stabilizer network under their control. You are responsible for this. It's
What?
the lunar licensing program that brought those terrorists here. Consider our support suspended and keep out of our affairs.
Okay, so these basically they saved.
Listen to 'em. Man, we got nothing to counter these attacks.
Jorgensen is right. We have to interfere, official admission or not. Enact a hacking counterattack against the Orbital Watch's jamming stations. Or destroy them, if you must.
I can still improve that system. Just a little fine calibration.
Okay, so
Spaceport ready for development.
God, so many things happening. So let me just give you some background. The Arctic zone of the Earth was destroyed in like a global warming thing that happened in like the early 20s, the early 2000s, and to restabilize it, they basically built these giant things that basically keep this part of the Earth cold. And so those guys that you saw came in and blew up the stabilizer that keeps it cold. Those are revolutionaries from the moon. So basically there was like a bunch of people that went up to the moon and colonized it and then threw out everybody else from like the corporations, threw all the corporations out.
Look, I'd go myself, but all the noise and shooting and stuff.
And threw out, so they threw out all the corporations and basically said, the moon is independent from the Earth, go away, we'll stop you from trying to get up here. And so far they've attacked my shipping down here in this mission, which is where I sent my fleet to basically help my ships that were being attacked, that were carrying supplies I needed to finish my space elevator. And they, of course, have popped up again and taken us...
Transmitters generating interference all over the place, plus battleships to guard them. I'd like to hear Dr. Maverick explain just how we're supposed to cope with such a force exactly. Glad you're not letting us down here.
Long ago, people believed that the moon controlled the weather. We will prove them right.
So that guy, Virgil Drake, is like the leader of the moon people. The moon shall rise again, if you've seen Futurama.
It's mainly a matter of force, not of brains.
So there's a bunch of like extra missions you can pick up in these areas.
This project is dangerous. Use of force, maybe with...
Sure, I'll bring you 5 fuel.
Look, I got a job, but it might
Collect
get kinda
divers with your vehicle, sure. So you just pick all those guys up right at the start, and now we're in this weird kind of RTS combat thing. Which you can see here, has some combat. Against these moon people who apparently have the ability to come down from the moon somehow and swiftly build and deploy ships all over the fucking place. And we're going to just gonna go up here. There's these things down here. Each ship has a fuel level, although I have no idea what the fuel, if it matters or anything at all. Quite honestly, we're gonna get those divers there. Oh, there's like some other enemy vehicles there. You can pick up these little things here, which is a support fleet collectible object. That will give us something down here on the bar that we can call in, usually like a allied submarine fleet, which is pure garbage, and a nuclear missile barrage, which is pretty cool, although not very effective like you would think it would be. So there we go, we picked up a support fleet token there. And so yeah, you just kind of go around, you get like this little combat area. This kind of reminds me of playing was it Windward? Windward, I believe it was called, which was a a game I played like during the summer, I believe it was. It's been a little while now. That kind of had this you sail around and attack stuff sort of thing happening. So anyway, it's just kind of interesting that they've gone this way with the combat, as opposed to you defending your ports and your islands and stuff by building warships and stuff. So yeah, I don't know if I don't know if I like this game or not yet. It's kind of weird. I don't know. It's still, I guess it's still Anno, right? But there's no multiplayer at launch, by the way. They haven't talked about... Well, I guess I've read all kinds of things saying, oh, there'll be multiplayer, they're going to add it in, or no, there's not going to be any at all, and stuff like this. Oh, so I can use my repair drone. That's what the fuel is for. I see. Okay. So we need to get the other divers, which are where? Divers... Well, let's bring her the 5 fuel things, since she's right here. There you go. So they will get some extra things for that. There's no divers that way, so I'm not going to go over there. You can kind of go all around the place and blow up all the stuff. You get more combat experience for your ships and things. Which is, of course, is more helpful later. You can apparently play these missions out without using your military by leveling up your corporation, but I've not really tried that anyway because I usually like having a little bit of combat just for fun, you know. It breaks up the city building quite well, I think. Some petrochemicals. But yeah, my biggest disappointment is that there's no multiplayer, because that is how I like to play this game. Apollo and I play Anno multiplayer a lot. That's usually how we play Anno. We don't usually play single player. So I mean, we can still chat and hang out and stuff while we're playing single player, but it's not really the same, you know? So maybe they'll add, kind of like what they did with 1400. I think there was no multiplayer at launch with that. They added it in later. So that could be cool if they do that. Let's just get my repair drone down here. Can you pick that up? I guess, oh, I've got the maximum number of support fleets. Okay. Well, that's just fine then. What's this one? An EMP pulse. So what was that thing I was supposed to do? I was supposed to use some mines or something? Use the wave mine 5 times. What the fuck is that? I have no idea what a wave mine is.
They're attacking.
Just gonna attack some more of these guys here. Also, you probably saw during the video where they kind of panned around and stuff, there was a little bit of lag there. My FPS counter was fine the whole time. I stayed at 60, so I don't really know where the lag is coming from. It could just be release day. You know, there's some stuff happening there. It just needs to get a patch or something in to kind of help it along. Taking a lot of damage here. Oh no. Oh no, I lost 2 ships in rapid succession. I think you have to pay to get those back, so that's kind of unfortunate. Guess I should be working to pick up more fuel here. I have no idea what the wave mine thing is. I need to pick up oh, there's some divers there. Okay, we'll go pick up those divers. We'll get the bunch of fuel in here, so I'm going to blow up these mines to try to get in there and grab it. That's okay, as long as I keep the Titan. It seems like the most useful ship. The other ones seem kind of crappy.
Affirmative.
Just gonna sail right up here and grab it. There we go.
Taking care of the damages.
So John Rafferty. Most of the people seem to be British, although John Rafferty is an Englishman, or an Irishman, which is fantastic because that's probably one of the best accents of all time. Ah, go away.
Green to go.
Just gonna fight our way through here to the interference. What? Interference device. So I don't know. My video is kind of getting on here in length. I want to try to finish this mission for you guys.
Green
before I head off. You'll have to let me know if you want to see me play more of this game. I really like it, so I might do a series anyway. I'll start over. Of course, I'll start over from the beginning, doing a new series. Unless you don't want me to start over. I mean, it's not. You didn't really miss anything. Just a few cutscenes in that. But could always start over. It'd be fun to start over, I think, because I've definitely made some mistakes around building. So I'm still kind of learning the difference between this and the last one, although my experience has definitely helped me, I think. We're just going to run up here and grab this diver. Oh shit, a submarine. So we're going to call in our subs here like this. Bloop. We'll call in a bunch, actually, because there's a lot of stuff coming. There we go. We've cleaned right up, and they'll just sail around and attack whatever. So we've got a this thing. Can we use this somewhere? See if it just blow it right up. Almost. Did a lot of damage.
Well, I guess it's a good thing we have more than one building.
Yes, whatever, Virgil Drake, you big bitch. Watch the mines.
Affirmative.
Oh, use the EMP pulse. That works pretty well. Bunch of fuel back there. Let's repair my ship a bit. Alrighty. So we can't destroy this last one. I didn't get any of these extra side missions done, really.
Underway.
Where are the other divers at? Collect the divers. Over here. Okay, I can probably do this one really quick. Give me 13 iridium and 5 combat experience. Oh, okay, I didn't have to actually bring them back to him, so that was good. This thing is constantly making ships, apparently. Just go ahead and... Oh, there we go, we destroyed it. Dropped a bunch of bombs right on it.
Green to go.
Alright, cool. We're just going to destroy this now and be finished, I think.
You are badass.
There we go, Winter Soldier I got. And it's back to normal.
Taking the climate stabilizers for us. Really appreciate that.
You're welcome. So we've got 30 combat experience. Oh, 35. Some petrochemicals. Fucking don't know what these are. I think these are all used to upgrade my factories. Eventually I can get a veteran flare. Better planed artillery ship with higher perseverance. Reloads its mortars noticeably faster to destroy enemy structures.
Well, I guess it's a good thing we have more than one building.
You're back.
Yeah, fuck off.
Now, how's the status?
Seems okay there, lady.
Found us, did you? Here's where all the little ships come from. It's also where they get repaired or improved. Just give the order.
I can't seem to actually build any ships. I don't know if I've permanently lost
I underestimated.
those ships or what.
My apologies. Be assured we will support you in your endeavors.
Thanks.
And I'm sure we haven't seen the last of them. But the Global Union will not give in to Drake's demands.
Okay, so there we go. That's a quick look at Anno 2205. Still not really sure where I am on it. I think it's a $60 game, by the way. Not sure how much more there is to it. I'm hoping there's at least several more stages before I complete it. Otherwise, it's going to be awful quick. And I'm still sad that there's no multiplayer, and I hope that they will add it eventually in the future. So yeah, besides that, it's an alright game. It's an alright game, and the combat is interesting. And I like that there's like these little kind of different areas that you get to build in, like a snow area and stuff. So yeah, let me know what you think about this in the comments if you want to see more. Yeah, so thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.